then, ladies and gents, welcome back to the final match of the day to determine the last advancee who will go on to face Spear in the playoffs. And the two players contending for that dubious honor are, firstly, in the top right-hand corner, playing for ESC Gaming, Green Zerg player DemiLove.
And his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner of Overgrowth. The man we saw do some crazy strats in a couple games ago, who can do just about anything he wants. It is the Protoss player, Uzi. Alright. Uzi's starting off with the Gateway Expand, which, interesting, he's not walling. Obviously, you don't wall on every map, but in the previous ones when he went Gateway Expand, he completely walled off, so obviously he does not think there's going to be some cheesy stuff coming out of DemiLove here, at least for now.
No, not too special. I mean, he's going for this, like, normally it's called a Reaper wall-off, but actually people have started realizing it's just a pretty good idea against,
oh, yeah.
Well, any kind of fast units, because the Lings as well, the Lings can't run round and round the Nexus, and it creates some kind of choke points where if they get behind that Nexus, they have to go, oh, hang on, we have to go all the way back round, and we'll lose the advantage, the distance advantage we've opened up between us and the Zealot that's helplessly chasing us. We'll take a swipe or two from that Zealot, and either way, Uzi's going to get a nice fast Nexus down as well, and pop down his pylon before going out for a little bit of a scout. DemiLove, he's got his hatchery down, he's got his bull down, and he's getting a decently fast speed. So all looking pretty nice for those players there. Looking up.
Yeah, DemiLove only going in enough to get that speed. I'm curious whether, obviously he's got a decent scout on with these Overlords, but I'm wondering whether he thinks something's come out of Uzi a little bit unprecedented and is just trying to be safe, or whether he's just going to put on some early aggression. But right now, only getting like two Lings out, or 4 Lings. So really, if he stayed at this 4 Ling amount, which it looks like for now he is just getting out Queens, I think he's just trying to be safe for that at the moment, and I think that's going to work out well for him just for now. And I'm curious whether he's going to go for a fast third or nothing else, or a fast third, or go into heavier lane aggression just because he's got no more gas. He's really just said, okay, speed. Now I'm going into. Now I'm just kind of going for the third now. Actually, yes.
Yeah, it's a bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, so DemiLove is going to have a pretty nice little economy for him going. Uzi, on the other hand, looks like he's playing a bit more defensively. That's Stargate coming out. The first unit to come out of it will kind of decide his game plan going forwards. Either the Void Ray. I'm probably expecting it to be either like some Phoenixes coming out, just because in the wall-off, or so much of Oracles comes from their surprise factor and their damn it, I kind of missed it.
He didn't spot it.
Oh,
the Lynx did not spot it. Hit 2 and 3 back and forth right there. He perfectly just did not quite spot it. I was looking at that and I was like, at first I was gonna say that Stargate's not in a great position. You don't even have a cannon ready. And then that Mothership Core perfectly was denied all scouting, and Phoenixes are out. Obviously, yes, he's scouted it now, but going for that Phoenix play. I really like this PvZ play.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is a really strong PvZ anyway. Just because like they're a lot more guaranteed damage, I feel, than the Oracle, and they continue being useful very late in the game, pretty much no matter what your composition is, where the Oracle is really only useful as a late game unit with Tempests to boost their range up. Although, I mean, Revelation is kind of nice. It's not as good against Zerg as it is against Terran. Terran likes to split off like a medevac's worth of units and do lots of damage. Zerg usually will kind of ball their units up a little bit more and send them at you in waves. And yeah, I expect he's going to go up to either 4 or 6 Phoenixes. 4 because that's enough to kill a Queen in 1 lift. 6 because that's enough to one-shot a Mutalisk, and it serves as a really, really nice little deterrent to any Mutalisk play that will come in, and we do see at least 5 Phoenixes. Or yeah, so there's the 6th Phoenix being started now, actually.
DemiLove got his Roach Warren out, but he's actually threw down 2 extra gas, getting guys into that. He's now on 3 gas and getting up into lair. He's definitely trying to rush into those Hydralisks, I presume. And not quite sure yet. Mutalisk would not be a good idea at this point. There's just too many Phoenixes already out of the field. And really, the nice thing about this too is they're denying any queen that moves from the natural to the 3rd. And so it's not only denying those drones, but I mean, yeah, right now he's got to be so careful in this position, DemiLove, because he knows he's only got a few spots that are covered and he's got to defend it. And right now, yes, it's getting out missile attacks, so definitely will be going into those Hydralisks off of 4 gas. 4 gas.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the natural decision. Ooh, a little bit careful with that Phoenix. Yeah, this kind of natural decision, seeing your opponents going for a bunch of air units is, well, you know what? I'm probably going to get something that shoots up. But, of course, this is why it's such a good play of what Uzi's doing. He's got his Phoenixes up, actually going up for 7 Phoenixes, I think, which is because he nearly lost one. Yeah, 7 Phoenixes there. So, yeah, he's gone straight for Colossi, and of course Colossi fantastic against Hydralisk. He's conning his first Colossus out now. I imagine range is going to start any second now as well, and yeah, it's looking pretty nice for Uzi. The 3rd base is coming in, but it will get cancelled. Unfortunately, he doesn't have too many defensive units. Just with going for those Colossi a little too fast, he's going to have to wait till they come out to actually secure that 3rd base, I think. But he can continue doing damage across the map. There's a bunch of drones that have to transfer. It would be nice to see DemiLove reposition a Spore Crawler to cover that transfer route, because the minute the Phoenixes can just sit over it, lifting drones that transfer over and killing them, really. Yeah,
but DemiLove can pick up that Spore Crawler if it's not too careful. It's not a massive unit, so interesting kind of grab.
Yeah, but it's a building, so you can't pick it up. Oh
wait, I'm stupid. Yeah, I was gonna say, but nice from Hydralisk actually getting a angle on those. Will take out 2 Phoenixes off the back of that. Retreating with those Phoenixes, he's got some damage down and he's transitioning into his next tech, which looks like it's going to be pretty standard Protoss Colossus play, but getting charge in, which I like. He's got a lot of gas income now because he had to get out those Phoenixes early, and just kind of getting that charge in, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Charge before blink is a little bit of an interesting decision, but I really like it because the Phoenixes are kind of there to discourage Mutalisks, so he doesn't really need that little bit of Mutalisk safety that blink quite so often gives you. But he does have to be really careful about this big pack of Hydras, though. They'll like 2-shot his Mutalisks. Oh, sorry, his Phoenixes. And that is a very, very scary proposition. He's seen this 4th base as well, and obviously Uzi is now securing his own 3rd base, but leaving those Phoenixes unattended for just a second. Quit. That's 1 Phoenix down to those Hydralisks, and a bunch of Vipers coming in. Big swell of like 4 Vipers with his first lot of Vipers. Typically you only see like 3, and DemiLove is starting to max out. He'll take gas at his 4th base and hit a really, really strong Roach Hydra Viper timing, and this is going to be fantastic against what Uzi has, because he doesn't really have anything to answer those Viper just yet. He's got the Templar Archives to actually zone them out, which will be really, really helpful, but without Storm, which hasn't even been started researching yet, he actually doesn't have anything to just replace the Colossi. So long as if the Colossi go down, if the Vipers can do their job and just take them, then even if they get feedbacks and die, then it doesn't really matter, because the Colossi are gone and DemiLove will be able to overrun. But that's a little way in the future yet. DemiLove is not quite ready.
And no High Templar and no Templar Archives. Or sorry, yeah, Templar Archives is up, but actually just going for Archons now, staying a little bit safer, saying I don't think I can get Storm out in time if he's going for the attacker. I need some AoE and something to complement the force right now. Getting out +2 weapons, doing that, and right now, as you're saying, he's on charge, not blink, so it'll be interesting. But he is saving up for those High Templars, I think, and he's just not making any stalkers because of that. So blink is a little bit useless at the moment, but we'll have to see. Pumping out a lot more Zealots, and yeah, I think he really is going to try to make this Zealot Archon thing work, but it's going to be very hard just because of the sheer amount of units DemiLove has. He can get such a good concave, and with 4 Vipers, wow.
Oh, fantastic Blinding Cloud. all the units that had to choke up there, completely useless. Those units are going to have to get so close to defend, so close into that concave, and wow, a huge pull over the wall. All the Colossi have gone down now, and DemiLove is just crushing forward, still sitting at about 200 supply, and he has absolutely annihilated this third base. Fantastic push forward there. The Vipers are out of energy, but they can kind of sit around regenerating energy. He has done exactly what he accomplished, what he set out to accomplish, and more. With tons of army left over, he can still continue trading. And yeah, it's GG. DemiLove absolutely annihilates Uzi in the game one.
Yeah. Right there for DemiLove, for a second, I thought Uzi could come back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to possibly the last game of the night. This is the Lazarus match. It takes second place in Group D of the Challenger League in the round of 16. In the bottom right-hand corner of Deadwing, currently up one game, taking a really solid game one victory, playing for ESC Gaming. It is DemiLove. Is it like Dem I love? So it's like them I love, or I thought it was like Demi Lovato I love.
I thought it was
like that
Demi,
name.
like Demi Quaver, but
yeah.
like not a full love, but like a half love.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense too. I was thinking maybe it was like
anyway.
Dem, like Dem I love.
Anyway, the other player, I was kind of wobbling the camera, wanting us to get on with the introductions. So. Our yellow Protoss player up in the top right-hand corner of Deadwing, going for a Nexus first. Uzi.
Yes. Oh, no, never mind. Really strange sound went out for a second, but it's back. Yes, going for the Nexus first. Seeing this more and more out of Protoss players actually lately. I don't really know how they execute it, but obviously Deadwing is the best place to execute it. From DemiLove taking no gas, I'm guessing either he's going to put on a lot of pressure now, or what I'm actually sure I'm going to say is just going for a quick third. Anyways, it seems the obvious out of this position.
Yeah, I think pretty much right. Uzi with his Nexus first. I mean, obviously it's a fantastic choice on Deadwing.
Yeah.
And it's going to secure him really big economic lead early on. DemiLove has always been, so far, has been playing a little bit more conservatively with his expansions. I don't think he's sort of want to go 3 hats full pool, which I guess is really the Zerg equivalent of the Nexus first in this matchup. And yeah, if he were to try and throw down that third hat now, Uzi has a probe ready to just block it and be a bit annoying and maybe throw down a pylon to delay. But I don't know. DemiLove got his lings out. He's in a pretty decent position to just kind of keep pace. Uzi will have a little bit of an economic lead, but his tech will be delayed by a fair amount. With that Nexus first, obviously his gateway is not going to be up for a while. Although it was a Nexus gateway, so his tech's not actually delayed by that much. It's only like 30 seconds to a minute behind, as opposed to it was like a Nexus first Forge expand. That's like a full like minute 30 to 2 minutes later.
Uzi also has 5 more probes than DemiLove, which isn't a lot, but it could escalate. 3 gates added on perfectly in time for Uzi, but perfect. It will be blocked off this wall. Cancels that pylon, and now's a Stalker and a Zealot, and I mean, Uzi's looking like he's in a fine position here.
Yeah, he's looking really good. Actually, wow, he is adding a lot of gateways here, and they're all going to be at the front of his ramp. He really wanted to block that. And yeah, he's going to be going up to 8 gates. Nexus first into an 8 gate.
Oh.
Uzi's playing pretty crazy here. I really like it though. Just opening with a full-on greed on Deadwing. Yeah, full-on greed on Deadwing into like as cheesy as it can go. DemiLove, I think he knows there's something up. He's building a spine crawler. He's got this roach warren and 6 roaches on the way though. So he should be pretty well set up, push back the first wave from Uzi, but we'll see how it goes down. There's definitely the possibility for Uzi to do a lot of damage here still.
8 gates on 800 minerals is pretty intense to get some zealots, and I really like the proxy pylon position. Just, like, you know what, screw it, I don't even need to hide this. We're going right here. And he doesn't. Getting into stalkers, I think, is a good idea. I'd wait for another round of zealots before I move in, though. And it looks like he's doing exactly that here. We're actually getting in some stalkers and getting a zealot.
If he can get in a big backbone round of stalkers and kind of keep them alive throughout this all-in, he'll be served really, really well. And it looks like he's going to try and do just that. Moving in with these stalkers, though, is taking a little bit of risk. Actually, the roaches and lings moving forward is going to take 2 of them out, and Uzi is going to have to retreat further backwards. Big swell of speedlings has done wonders to stop the first wave of this push, but now some reinforcing zealots coming in are going to clean that bit up, and these roaches find themselves a little bit stranded by themselves, but backing up. Some more lings come in and are going to clean up some more zealots, and just these 4 stalkers, they kind of have to stay alive. Oof.
Yeah, the issue right here is these stalkers are saying really what.
DemiLove taking a 3rd in the middle of all this aggression. I'm really confident in this, but
the key with the Protoss position right here is definitely the stalkers, as you're saying, with the roaches basically counter the stalkers, so you need the zealots, but then when the lings get in there, there's just so many of them and so small, they get this round so easily. But yes, we do see engaging a spine crawler, actually Uzi engaging right there. There is some lings and a couple roaches going down though, actually adding a queen in, but very low on health, no transfuse either. But I mean, everything's looking okay. He is cleaning up those zealots, and that's the counter to these roaches right here. More roaches, more lings coming out, but not in mass as we saw previously. Queen coming over to say hi. I'd love to see a transfuse in that other queen. Does not likely to see that happen so far. And a queen will go down. 3rd queen actually joining in. Roaches doing a lot of damage here for these zealots. Actually, just cutting the zealots for now. Stalkers actually. These stalkers still not quite being destroyed, but I feel like at this push right now that DemiLove has, he'll be able to push this back. I feel like if he can just get a couple drones into this 3rd, he's going to be fine and set, because right now they're actually quite even. Actually, Uzi has a little bit of a probe lead at the moment.
Yeah, but of course DemiLove has that defensive advantage. The
pylon verse
1 spore crawler, and yeah, nice little transfuse going down to bring that but further up into full health. And DemiLove is continuing to use the roaches. If he can just hold on to this, and he's doing so well at that, then he's going to be in a fantastic position, because Uzi is fully committed to this. There's no tech back at home. 2 more, Uzi is starting to add on a little bit more gas, so some more stalkers will be mixed into this. But yeah, I mean, DemiLove squeezes out a few more drones. He feels pretty comfortable with the position here, and
this is an all-in into an all-in from DemiLove right here. I'm guessing you should get out a few immortals and see what he can do, but maybe Warp Prison. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we could see that. We could see a transition into Immortal Sentry all in, but this is normally the time where an Immortal Sentry all in kind of pushes in.
Not necessarily Immortal Sentry. He's going to get on an Immortal or a Warp Prism right here and just try to keep. I just mean it's an all in into another all in, as we've said before. If Protoss first all in doesn't work, then you generally can attempt a second all in.
Yep, maybe even the 3rd off 2 bases, but Uzi's going to push forwards. This spine crawler gets transfused back up to full health. DemiLove has like nearly 1 other transfuse, or he will in like now. So yeah, there we go. And Uzi's going to push up again. But DemiLove has some really, really fast units now. I think his okay, no, his roaches don't actually have speed yet. In fact,
Zealots in the natural pulling the army back.
Yeah, that's nice.
Doing really well. Mortal actually coming out right now for Uzi, but Uzi just got staying back now. He has the Stalkers first, which I understand, trying to get a little bit more vision or a little bit more range, because they do have that. They really want the Zealots first to be able to tank some of this Ling damage. Those 2 Zealots were taken up, and so far it's been 1 worker to 2 workers lost. I mean, no economic damage either. They both just kind of sitting still. And I think it'd be really interesting if Uzi just took a 3rd base. Like, I mean, obviously he can't right now because he's locked himself in, but just doing that really, really quickly and see what he can do from that, because he does kind of have his component contained at least for a little while.
Yeah, it could be pretty fun. I think DemiLove is going to start putting on some aggression of his own, like even with just a few lings running across the map. As it turns out, it won't do anything, but I think could be a really good idea just to run around or pick off some of the reinforcing pylons. But another spine crawler actually coming in for Uzi's broken through those rocks. The Overseer sees what's going on, sees these 2 Immortals coming in, but 9 Hydralisks are on the way for DemiLove. He's managed to get out Hydralisk tech. he's going to be really, really well placed to push off this little Immortal Sentry. And Uzi's small gateway force here, even with the sentries and the energy they saved up, is not going to do so well against all the Hydralisks that are finishing up for DemiLove now. DemiLove's getting all his upgrades as well, Roach upgrades on the way. But actually, if Uzi can get, it's tough. I think this ramp is definitely the way to attack. If he can force field DemiLove out of his base, it will only take like 2 force fields to do that, realistically. But he's going to go up this one, and this is going to be a tough engagement. Nice force field scooping out a lot of DemiLove's army and stopping it from firing. But the Hydralisks with their long range can continue to rain down death from the back.
So much damage.
Will push Uzi back. And now Brood Spines is finished. They're going to be that much better at doing that. In 20 seconds, DemiLove will have +1 attack as well. Hydralisk buffs just coming in more and more, making every second that goes by brings DemiLove close to victory on 3 bases to 2 bases. Uzi is going to start mining out pretty soon on his main.
Yeah, Uzi needs these zealots in the front right now to take some tanking damage. Actually, a lot of sentries will go down in there. 2 sentries go down, no force fields. Force fields do go off on the ramp, though. But Hydra's on the right-hand side. Ooh, kind of sneaky right there. There is no Lings out for DemiLove. I'd like to see that maybe try to, like, a flank or something. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing for it, just without these Lings. And he does not want to overextend with this main army, or not the main army, but the army coming from the third. But looks like he will try to sandwich Uzi's army here. Roach is in the front. Hydra is doing so much damage. And force field's actually doing a decent amount of damage on the left-hand side to at least the forces, but DemiLove is still moving in. Queen's very, very slow. Not that many transfuses going on, but Hydra's doing so much damage. Roach is coming on the right-hand side. GG. DemiLove takes game 2 and will be the second player advancing with... I had it at the tip of my tongue. Who's he advancing with, Mr. Trigonal, sir?
The first player to advance in the group was, of course, Ender.
Yes.